Ripple and XRP did a survey and found that 90% of financial leaders around the world now believe that blockchain and digital assets, like the XRP ledger with XRP&R, LUSD, will have a big effect on finance in the next 3 years, which isn't very long at all. But here's the funny part. These same organizations will stay quiet, may even hide their genuine plans and intentions till the end. My sources say that this 3-year timescale will be substantially shorter far sooner than that. JP Morgan, the world's largest bank with $4 trillion in assets, is a great example of this change that is happening quicker than we can keep up with it. Think about it. Less than a year ago, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, was on the front lines with Elizabeth Warren, in charge of the campaign against crypto. Jamie Dimon was one of the loudest people who said that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are only useful for criminals. Today, Jamie Dimon revealed on CNBC, a major news network, that they aim to offer Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency services. This is very British news. Listen up here. We've seen a lot of mixing of crypto and traditional finance lately, like the Coinbase partnership you announced yesterday that lets Chase customers use credit cards to fund Coinbase accounts, or Investor Day when you said clients can buy Bitcoin even though you warned against it, or the stablecoin like token JPMD. How common do you think crypto is in traditional finance, and do you see any hazards as these two areas become more connected? First of all, every new financial product has always come with a warning about risk, so that's clearly going to put things at risk, and they haven't finished writing all the laws yet. You should consider about the rules that go along with it, like AML, BSA, KYC, and disclosures. You know, when people say stable coin, which we will have, I'm not against stable currencies like a mutual fund, but mutual funds have regulations. What will the rules be for stable coins? And I genuinely do believe in stable coins and blockchain, just not in Bitcoin itself. But you are the customer. I don't like telling customers what they can and can't do with their money. That's a whole other problem for us. So we'll make room for those things. You said we made a contract with Coinbase. Therefore, you can now send money from Chase to Coinbase. We're going to help people out. They've come to an agreement on how to use our APIs, which we think is a positive thing. So we'll be in it and see what happens. It's like a solution searching for a problem because we already have the JP Morgan coin. If I'm going to send you, we have already moved. We transfer $10 trillion a day very well, safely, and quickly with all the cyber protection and other things like that. You might say, I don't want your mutual fund. If I deliver you a stable currency, just give me cash and I'll invest it the way I want. And there are things that stable coins can accomplish that regular cash can't, like being programmable. I might be able to argue that stablecoin lets you send money to 10 different suppliers you want to pay on a regular basis or anything like that. So we'll be in it and use it. And again, if the customers wish to use it and how they utilize it, and if it's used correctly, we'll do it. It's not what JP Morgan wants, but it's what the client wants. It seems like that's true for both crypto and private credit. This is the exact opposite of what Jamie Dimon told us less than a year ago. And this is why you need to pay close attention to this interview as well. It will help you remember what's really important and what you should be paying attention to, not the news that is making headlines. Whatever Trump is saying right now, don't just believe what institutions are saying on the surface. Look at what's really going on behind the scenes, the foundations that these institutions are building and using blockchain and digital assets for XRP. And this has been in the works for a long time. Listen to this. And just to make it clear that what you read in the news isn't always true. This is the new version of the BlackRock ETF, which is called IBIT, the authorized representative list. And we thought this was interesting since Goldman Sachs' CIO claimed there was no point to any of this the same week that Goldman Sachs agreed to be one of the most key partners for BlackRock in the launch of the Bitcoin ETF. You have to smile because either the CIO of Goldman Sachs doesn't know what she's talking about, or Goldman Sachs is saying two different things about its strategy at the same time. And we think it's the second one, but it does make you smile. By the way, Citibank is the same. That is the genuine truth about the situation. The big financial giants like BlackFrog, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, Ripple, and XRP are quietly getting ready for what's to come. They've been doing this for years already. JP Morgan is just the next big actor in the financial revolution that is happening right now. Jamie Dimon informed you again that Bitcoin is a hoax, but now he wants to sell crypto services, and he wants to do it right now. He has lied to you again. Lying to you again because that's what all institutions and financial players do, right? In these interviews, they all have a huge habit of name-dropping Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sol, Ana, and Dogecoin, but they constantly forget to mention the third greatest asset and the one that has been around the longest. They never remember to say XRP. XRP is the only asset in the US. Why would they keep dismissing this asset on purpose if there is legal clarity in the course of law by a judge? They did it for the same reasons they didn't like crypto in the first place, to keep you in the dark so they can get in when you least expect it. Forget about the hype and focus on the real progress, like when JP Morgan, the same $4 trillion bank, found Ripple. Ripple and XRP are blockchain-based payment networks that could change the way payments are made. JP Morgan said this. It seems that JP Morgan knows about XRP, they know it, they write it down, and they know it. It's better and newer technology, but the news doesn't cover it. They don't want you to get ahead of them. JP Morgan is now expanding its services so that it can work with and use cryptocurrency. Customers of JP Morgan will soon have the option to fund Coinbase accounts with Chase credit cards. This is the first time a major bank's rewards program may be used to buy Bitcoin. This place is always changing and getting bigger and bigger. What Wall Street is bringing is crazy. JP Morgan is getting into crypto rapidly with $4 trillion. JP Morgan, and that's just one of many more Wall Street schools that are on the way. The 3-year plan, it's going to be considerably faster and shorter than that. That's what these organizations are telling their own clientele behind closed doors, at least. Not 3 years, not 2 years, not even 1 year. It's happening right now. And XRP is in the center of it all again. If you want to know what I'm talking about, keep more connected and up to date, and take advantage of the additional chances that are coming your way, check out vipwap.com/coinfactory. We have institutional research documents, instructive films, and trade alerts. Check it all out, 7-day free trial, link below in the description. Remember, family, do your own research, don't think short term, and I'll see you in the next one.